What is up, YouTube? This is ThePikaWu here, bringing you another black and white Wi-Fi battle. This one is a underused tier match against the Meebster, and today I'll be showcasing a stall-orientated team. And I know a lot of you guys from PokeMoshPit don't enjoy watching stally matches, but I handpicked out this battle because this battle was really interesting and doesn't really have that much stall at all. So I really wanted to post a stall match on this channel, because a lot of the battles here are relatively offensive, and I wanted to diversify the Pokemon battling styles here on this channel, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now, I'm going to lead off with my Rhyperior, thinking that he would want to potentially lead off with his Aerodactyl, and I really want to get Stealth Rocks up early on in the match, because that's pretty much the fundamental goal of the stall team, to get entry hazards and then to abuse them. But unfortunately, he's going to lead off with the Roserade, and that's going to counter me. And I don't want to take a Giga Drain, so as a result, I'm going to bring in my Spiritomb, because I'm max HP and max special defense. I can take either the Giga Drain or the Sleep Powder, so that's why I went to Spiritomb. He's a pretty good counter against Roserade. Now he's going to go for the Leech Seed, and I'm fine with that, but he ends up missing as I set up a curse, and that's going to be annoying for him, because after every turn he's going to lose some HP. So at this point, he's actually going to switch out here and bring in an Aerodactyl as I double switch and go into Roserade, expecting another Leech Seed. But here he tricks me, and it's a Zoroark after he goes for the Flamethrower, and that's a solid 2-hit KO, and that really sucks, because I have to switch out to save my Roserade. And I do end up switching up into Umbreon, because I know I can take a Flamethrower, and if he does predict my switch, he's probably going to go for the Night Daze, and it would be really risky for him to go for the Focus Blast, because had I stayed in, Focus Blast would have been resisted and his Zoroark would have died, so it was highly unlikely for him to break my Umbreon switch. Right here, I was anticipating him to might set up the Nasty Plot, and I was really fearing that, because I don't really have any attacking moves on this Umbreon. It's purely support, so that's why I went for the Yawn. In case that he went for a setup move, he would be forced to fall asleep if he indeed attacked me. And then I'm going to Yawn some more until he brings in a Roserade. Now, I know he's probably going to stay in, because Roserades aren't really fearing the falling asleep, because he has the natural cure ability, and he could just switch out and get rid of the sleep. So that's why I bring in my Roserade here. And because he's fallen asleep, I can take advantage of that and set up my first layer of entry hazards, which is my layer of spikes. And he's going to bring in a Cobalion. I don't want to stay in against this Cobalion, because Roserade has pitiful defenses. It packs around 146 defense if it's not invested in defense, which is absolutely abysmal. So I'm going to bring in my Hitmontop to successfully counter this Cobalion, because I have that Intimidate ability, and I'm physically bulky. So he does set up a Swords Dance, so that tells me he's either sub 3 attacks or sub Swords Dance, or sub and 2 attacks and another filler move. And I know I can handle that with my Hitmontop with relative ease, so I am just going to go for the High Jump Kick to break its sub. Now here, I'm going to go for the Foresight, predicting him to go into his Frostlass to be immune of my Jump Kick, and then I'd crash and lose a lot of HP, but he ends up going to Rotom, which I'm fine with as well, because I can successfully counter that with my Rhyperior, because I am immune of his Electric Stab, and I resist his Fire Stab. But he ends up going for the Will-O-Wisp on the switch, which I'm kind of fine with as well, because I do pack Rest on this Rhyperior set, as I just set up my Stealth Rocks as he brings in this Zoroark. And the Zoroark is going to die to my first layer spikes, and that is beautiful. Now, he's going to go into Roserade again, and that's a really great counter against my Rhyperior. So I'm just going to go and bring in my own Roserade, because if he doesn't pack the Hidden Power Fire, I should be fine. And he ends up just going for the safe Giga Drain again. I quad resist that. That's going to do absolutely nothing. He might go for the Sleep Powder here and set up some Toxic Spikes, but like I said again, this Roserade I don't fear at all, because even if he sets up Toxic Spikes, I've got a Spinner, and I can always bring in my Roserade later to get rid of the Toxic Spikes. And if he indeed goes for the Sleep Powder, I do have that natural cure ability, so I am free to set up some more spikes here. And now I'm going to predict his switch, because it's pretty much a stalemate matchup, except I have the favoring end, because I do have a reliable recovery move, which is my Rest. So that's why I go for the Leech Seed. Maybe hitting a Frostlass on the switch, that would have been nice. But yeah, he's just going to continue going for the Venoshock. So now that I know he's going to stay in, I am gonna attempt to go for Elite Seed one more time just to make sure he's gonna stay in. And then now I know he's gonna stay in, so I am gonna go for the rest to heal up my HP and then switch out. So before I go for the rest, I still have a considerably good amount of HP. I'm just gonna deal some damage, and I want to see how much a Sludge Bomb will do. Now I'm gonna go for the rest and finally recover all my HP back, and that is good because seeing that I have rest, he's probably going to switch out now, knowing that he would want to take advantage of the fact that I am inactive and cannot go for any attacking moves since I'm asleep. So that's why I'm actually going to switch out as well, because I don't want him setting up on me, and that's why I was predicting his Cobalion switch in, because if I was asleep, he could set up a substitute on me, against me. So that's why him on top was my safest option to go into. But he ends up bringing in this Rotom again, and I guess I can take a Overheat or a Thunderbolt, but I really don't want to. So that's why I'm going to switch into my Umbreon, because he's pretty much my wall on my team. And yeah, Overheat is not going to do a lot, because I'm assuming this Rotom is relatively defensive, because it does carry the leftovers, and it isn't choiced in some way. And I don't really want my Rhyperior being burned and having poison on my walls, so I am just going to go for the Heal Bell on the switch as opposed to the Yawn. And yeah, my opponent was predicting the Yawn, that's why he was going to go into his Roserade, because it's pretty good to take Yawn and leave as sleep fodder, because like I said, natural curability. So here, I really don't want to take any more Toxic Spikes poisoning, so that's why I'm going to bring in my Roserade to get rid of the Toxic Spikes and make pretty much all of the opponent's Roserade's turns useless. As he brings in a Frostlass, I don't know if he predicted that or not, but that was pretty good for him because he has the favorable matchup, and I'm forced to switch out because I don't want to take an Ice Beam. So I am going to go back into my Umbreon. And I am just going to set up some more Yawns because Yawn is a Pseudo Haze. Or a pseudo phase. It's not really a phasing move because it kind of forces switches, but not really. But here he is going to set up some spikes, and I'm kind of fine with that because whatever he does, if he switches, he's going to take some more entry hazard damage, and if he stays in, he's going to fall asleep. So that's why it's a perfect opportunity to bring in Moltres, because if he stays in, I'm free to set up a substitute. And I do carry Sub and Whirlwind, which is absolutely beautiful, because if he withdraws here, I am obviously just going to go for the Whirlwind. And he's going to bring in the Rotom. That's going to take some more damage. And then it's going to bring in a Roserade. And that's going to take even more damage. And I can just take him out with a Flamethrower. I see my opponent does carry a lot of entry hazards as well. He carries Toxic Spikes on his Roserade, he carries Spikes on his Frostlass, and he probably has Stealth Rocks on his Aerodactyl. But the thing is, his team is relatively frail to have so many entry hazard users. So that's why his entry hazard based team doesn't really work out as well as mine does. And at this point, I'm just going to go and continually go for the Roar until I bring in this Cobalion, because he might pack the 4x super effective Stone Edge or Rock Slide, and I don't want to take that at all. So I'm actually going to switch out and go into my Hitmontop, and just to scout if he has the Rock Slide or Stone Edge. But he actually goes for the Thunder Wave, and that just tells me his whole moveset. He probably has a Sacred Sword, Thunder Wave, Substitute, and another move that I saw. I don't remember what it was though. But yeah, I'm going to force him out, and he's going to bring in Frostlass. I'm fine with that because it's just going to die to entry hazards, as I'm going to switch out and go into my Rhyperior, knowing that I can take pretty much any hit from Cobalion after the Intimidate. This Rhyperior is max HP and max defense. It can take 3 close combats from a Heracross that is Life Orbed. How ridiculous is that? I mean, Solid Rock makes Rhyperior one of the best physical walls in the game. So definitely try out a defensive Rhyperior. It really works in almost any team, and it does function as my glue on my team because it's my main phaser. It can take hits. It can take things out with Earthquake. It can take like 5 close combats from an Arcanine. It's ridiculous how bulky this Rhyperior is. But here, due to the entry hazards, a lot of his Pokemon are just dying to them. And yeah, all he has left is this Cobalion. I believe it's gonna die soon as well, because I can Earthquake him. He has Iron Head. Oh, so that's his fourth move, Iron Head. Look at that. Super effective Iron Head. That does like 20%. That's literally like a 6-hit KO. And I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. Even after the burn, it's not gonna take him out, because Cobalion does have some really great defense stats. Here, I can potentially go for the rest, but I really don't want to make this match prolong anymore. So that's why I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Tail and leave my Rhyperior here to die. And I believe all he has left is this Aerodactyl and the dead Cobalion. Well, it's gonna be dead after he brings it in. So yeah, my Rhyperior is finally gonna die after taking a beating from that Cobalion. But that Rhyperior really ate like almost all his moves. Nom nom nom. That Iron Head did like nothing. So finally, I'm gonna bring in my Hitmontop. It does counter Aerodactyl well, because High Jump Kick is neutral and 120 base power. He thought that High Jump Kick would miss if you know, the guy died, but it just ends up failing. So his last Pokemon is Aerodactyl. He's gonna try to take me out, but nope, he isn't, and High Jump Kick is gonna take himself out, and that is gonna be the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stall orientated playing style. So if you guys enjoyed this match, please be sure to give this battle a thumbs up, because that really does help out this community, and it helps expand the viewership of this channel and video. And in addition, if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you guys just enjoy my layouts, or my playing style, or my narrations, anything, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel and help support me out as well. So this is ThePikaWu. Thank you for watching my battle, and peace out, guys.